You are listening to Transreal News, the finest news, forecasts, and advisories for psychonauts traveling the astral plane and beyond. I'm your host, Toby Damned. And now, the news in brief. The superpowered Japanese schoolgirls operating on behalf of Retrograde Dynamics have finally vanquished the eldritch horror that was rampaging across the Australian outback early this morning. Using chi-powered energy weapons fueled by emotional teenage drama, the plucky superheroines disintegrated the parent monster in a pillar of light that was visible to viewers as far as Colombia. When we contacted the megacorporation for comment, a spokesperson for Retrograde Dynamics said simply, "Result." While it may have been a result, there has been significant criticism of Retrograde Dynamics' methods, as the amount of damage done to local vegetation, wildlife, and property now constitutes the largest disaster in Australian history. Large slicks of toxic alien ichor remain spread across the Great Victoria Desert. Reality storms across southern Australia make the cleanup efforts hazardous. At least one group of emergency relief experts has reportedly quit their jobs to teach existentialist philosophy and recite blank-verse French poetry in a tragic case of induced bohemianism. The surviving members of the group of Retrograde Dynamics superheroines have formed a pop musical group called Sabaku no Ken Otome and are already scheduling a tour of East Asia. And now, your time-space forecast with Walter Haversquirrel.
Thanks, Toby. Reality storms are spreading globally, listeners. We are seeing bizarre events and time anomalies spreading inland from the Pacific and Indian Ocean coasts. Weirdness is particularly intense in southern Australia, eastern Japan, South Korea, Colombia, Ecuador, and southern California. Although it may be hard to tell the difference with that last one. Keep your eyes on your irreality sensors and take shelter if local conditions exceed 2 Queel. Reports over Point Nemo are particularly intense, with readings of 3 Queel and radio signals indicating the spontaneous evolution of a race of sentient lobster people. Folks, this is the reality superstorm we've been afraid of. Keep informed. And make sure you have a stocked emergency kit. Back to you, Toby.
And now, a commercial message from our partners. From the creators of Atomic Salsa, introducing the Eruptor, a scorpion pepper-based hot sauce laced with peyote and cannabis. The Eruptor will launch you up to a dimension of exquisite fiery pain like a volcano of enlightenment. And then cleanse your body through digestive catharsis. Scourge the body and the soul and reach a state of fiery purification with your next plate of wings. The Eruptor will burn away your karma. Listening stations within range of Point Nemo have received this broadcast on multiple frequencies.
Her Most Celestial Highness, Gula, Eater of Sunstars and Protector of Coral, hails you surface dwellers, and wishes you peace and enlightenment. She wishes that I convey her sagacious hail to you. While our span of sentience has been short, we have learned much. We have seen that consciousness is a burning temple, and compassion is the art of bringing water to those trapped inside. We choose to leave you with a message of hope, as we prepare to reverse the stars, that we might never come into conflict. Be at peace, O venerated ancients of the land.
Well, that's, decent of them. And now Clea Maxwell with the latest advisories for psychonautic travelers. My loves, the time to flee to places like Wichita is past. If you are anywhere near a place affected by the storms, stay indoors. 3 Queel is no joke, and it's only going to get worse. Keep your eyes on the meters, because we don't know exactly which way the superstorm is going to turn, but we do know it's going to move. Translating to a higher plane of existence may or may not help you, my loves. Remember, all the closest planes to Earth above are covered in televistic slime, except possibly Nirvana. And down below? Well, let's just say that right now, hell doesn't need reality storms to throw it into chaos. Be careful, my loves. Back to you, Toby. You have been listening to the Transreal News, part of the Transreality News Network. Your finest source for advice for psychonauts, astral projectors, ethereal jaunters, and people on serious LSD trips. From all of us to all of you, safe journeys.
Well, that was a boring news day. 2 stories? Come on.
Well, what do you want us to do about it, Yaren?
You know what I want you to do about it. Look, my scoop is legit. I got more for you right here.
Yaren, you know we can't run this.
But we're bought and sold now by Tula Fala? Look, I'm glad I didn't hurt you guys, but people are getting hurt.
I know, and trust me, I really want to run it. I'm also onto something even bigger about the way the authorities are handling Hell, but they executed our last informer. They killed a Sholo, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I know, and I'm really glad he passed on to us what we know now.
And the authorities are already breathing down our necks about it. They've made it very clear that anyone who talks to us about what's going on in Hell is going to get the same.
Really? It's that bad?
Yeah, it's that bad. Listen, Yaren, it's going to be one story and one story only until the storm passes. But keep gathering your information. Maybe we can crack this open and somehow not alienate the rest of our sponsors. I'm going to think about it. Just give me time.
All right, Toby. I'm going to keep it up. Say, is it true that Walter's planning on going out there if the storm hits us?
Yeah, he wants to do a report outside.
In that?
You don't get to 63 years old by taking stupid risks. I'm sure he has some idea of what he's doing. But still. Oh, I wouldn't worry about him nearly as I'd worry about the rest of us, darlings.
Oh, hey, Clee. How you doing?
I have been better, my friends. Once again, the mics are on, and this time I tried to catch whoever it was in the booth who was playing with them. No luck. They were gone before I managed to get there. But I have the power cable right here. And I'll be setting up a shut-off paddle down under Toby's desk so that we won't have any more of this mischief going on. Might be too late if they just tried to damage us. Which is why Aaron has to go ahead and break the story, don't you, darling?
I was gonna do it one way or the other.
And here I am thinking true journalism was extinct. Very sexy. Now let's give our little spy some frustrations, The Transreal News was created, written, performed, and directed by Brian C. Rideout, and produced by Stormhead Productions. It is copyright 2024 by Brian C. Rideout, and is released under a Creative Commons by attribution, non-commercial license. For show notes and more information, visit us at trans-real.stormheadproductions.ca. Thank you so much for listening.